Almost all of you watching right now probably have some sort of 9-to-5 job and think you'll never get rich or escape the rat race because you have no time. You're working your day job. You have no knowledge, no connections. You have just no idea how to even start. But what if I told you you are right where you need to be? As a matter of fact, I would even argue that it's advantageous that you have a 9-to-5 job. If you pay close attention to the 7 steps that I'm about to share with you in this video, I'm gonna take you from a guy that's stuck in the matrix thinking he's never gonna leave to a dude that's self-sufficient and financially free. And my first tip to you, do not quit your day job. This goes against what every other guru online will ever tell you, but do not quit your day job. It will become your main source of income that you need to invest into your own new ideas that you're gonna implement to try to become rich. On top of that, it's very hard to think about how to be rich when you're struggling to pay your debt and your bills because you just left everything. Station number 2. It's gonna shock you. I want you to get deeper into the matrix and get a second job. You're gonna actually need more money. Now, I do recommend that this second job is some sort of remote job. You're gonna have more freedom to shift your work as you see fit, and as you get more efficient at that job, you're gonna realize you don't actually need all 8 hours to get the job done right. Now, careful. This extra income source is not for you to just increase your lifestyle. Instead, it's for you to save it. It's because you're going to be your own investor into your own ideas. Because having available cash to invest in these ideas is usually one of the biggest roadblocks for guys that are trying to start their own businesses or start some sort of side hustle. This takes you to number 3. This is one of the hardest steps and the one where most people fail at, so pay attention. You need to learn new information. The reason why you feel that you cannot escape the rat race is because all you know is trading your own time for money and doing whatever somebody else tells you to do. You see nothing, you have no direction. This is when you're gonna start investing into more information. So start free, read the books, go online, watch podcasts, watch YouTube videos. Then you're gonna use the money that you have from your second job to pay for books, to pay for courses, to pay for mentorship. Now, one thing that I like doing is going on LinkedIn and finding people that are the best at what they do in a specific area. Do a cold email and then you offer to pay them for a 1-hour consultation call. For example, say you're starting an e-commerce site. You need to understand email marketing. All right, find some of the best brands you already love, see who runs the email marketing division, you cold email them, and then you offer to pay them for a 1-hour consultation. This can get pricey, but the information you're gonna learn will save you years of research and headaches because you're gonna know exactly where to look and what to do from somebody that's already doing it. Section number 4. Now is when you put everything into action. This step is hard. Now, the reason it's hard is that everybody can have ideas and aspirations. Execution is where most people fail at because once you start seeing all the failures, you get discouraged. But I'm here to tell you that all those failures are just part of the process. Like, if you're not failing a lot, it means that you're probably not trying hard enough. So, the reason I say you approach this as a scientist is because you will literally think of an idea, right? This is your hypothesis. You believe this will work. You will then test that belief. You will then see what the real world results are. If it was a fail, take data and then do a new hypothesis. And you will do this over and over again. I've been doing this for 10 years. It never stops. What you realize is that you will then find one win where your hypothesis was right or some version of it was right. And then you're saying, wait a minute, this just made me a few $100. Then you double down. Takes you to number 5. The point everybody wants to get to. Now you quit your job. Once you got to that thing that worked, that you're able to then multiply and double down on, this is when you quit your job. And don't just jump right into it. I do always suggest that make sure that that one thing that you found can pay at least your bare necessities, right? Your food, your living. Until you can get to that level, then you quit your job. And don't think of luxuries, right? Forget about clothing and trips and all of that. Only focus on being able to pay a roof, your car, food, the basic necessities. That's when you can then quit your job. And then you can take all that extra time you were using within the matrix to apply it to yourself. Station number 6, you have now become an employee to yourself. The reason I say that is that most of you do not understand. You are basically a slave to yourself. You're working longer hours, no benefits. It's a harder job than when you actually had a 9-to-5 job. And the reason I'm saying this is because I want you to go in this with the right mindset, understanding it's not sunshine and rainbows, especially during the building stages when it's really early on. But once you can get past that, you enter step number 7, hire your first employee. So you go from being an employee to an employer, which, by the way, I can make a whole video on. It's a whole other set of issues, but the reality is you have now come full circle. You escaped the rat race, and now you have your own employees that can help you with the workload that now you've been choked up on because you've been working 24/7, and you start to scale. But congratulations, you've made it to the end. If you do all 7 steps I just detailed here, you will escape the rat race.